Have you ever felt like you have to overgive just to be loved? Do you struggle to say no or feel guilty when you're not constantly doing stuff for others? If so, this might not just be kindness. It could be a survival mechanism from your past. Let's talk about it. People who constantly give gifts, overextend themselves, or seek approval often learn this behavior in childhood. It's not random, it's a coping mechanism. For many, love wasn't freely given. Instead, it was earned through performance, service, or always meeting others' needs. If this sounds familiar, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You learned to survive in the best way that you knew how. But this behavior no longer serves you, and now it's time to break free. There are a few key reasons why this pattern develops. Let me break it down into 5 common areas. Number 1, conditional love in childhood. If you were only praised when you achieved something or helped others, you may have learned that your worth depends on what you do and not who you are. Number 2, fear of abandonment. If love in your home was unpredictable or inconsistent, you might have used people pleasing to keep people close and avoid rejection. Number 3, growing up in a high stress or toxic household. Some children learned that making others happy kept them safe. If you grew up walking on eggshells or overgiving, you may have been avoiding conflict or harm. Number 4, low self-worth and seeking validation. If you were ignored, criticized, or felt invisible as a child, you may have grown up believing you had to prove your value through excessive giving. And number 5, religious or cultural conditioning. If you were taught that being selfless and putting others first made you a good person, you might now feel guilty for setting boundaries or prioritizing your own needs. If you struggle with people pleasing, you might notice patterns like giving gifts or favors just to prove you care, feeling uncomfortable saying no, resenting others for not appreciating your gifts and efforts, needing constant reassurance that you are loved, staying in toxic relationships because you feel needed. These behaviors don't mean you're weak or overly sensitive. They mean you learn to survive in an environment where love and safety were unpredictable. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in this pattern. You can break free. And it starts with these 5 steps. Step 1, recognize the pattern. Ask yourself, am I giving out of love or out of fear of rejection? Step 2, rewire the core belief. Shift from I have to earn love to I am worthy just as I am. Step 3, set and enforce boundaries. Give when it feels aligned and not out of obligation. Practice saying no without guilt. Step 4, practice receiving without guilt. Allow others to support you, love you, and give to you without feeling like you have to repay them. Step 5, heal the inner child. Remind your younger self that they don't have to work for love anymore. You're safe now. This is deep work, and you don't have to do it alone. If this resonated with you, I invite you to join us for our upcoming workshop where we'll help you break free from people pleasing, set healthier boundaries, and step into a life where love is freely given, not something you have to earn. Looking forward to seeing you there.